Future Tarot. Today we're going to do your Burning Bridges reading or release reading for February 2024. For the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, Gemini, take the messages that resonate with you, claim them for yourself, toss the universe what does not. It's not meant for you. That's okay. I'm going to use the singing bowl as I do so, taking that deep breath in, exhaling whenever you feel so, obliged to do so. It's going to help you kind of balance your energy, set your intentions, and just calm your energy, right? If you are new or returning to the channel, welcome. So happy to have all of you. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. It means so much to me to see the channel growing. I cannot express that enough. Gemini, you've been the biggest supporter since the start, so thank you so, so much. It means so much to me. All right, so let's get started, Gemini. Peace, love, health, and wealth. All right, so coming into the meditation, kind of trying to feel your energies a bit. I did use an oracle to kind of catch your energy, feel what's going on for you. Then we'll jump into the tarot and we'll take a look at what your mind is releasing, what your heart's releasing, what your soul's releasing, what sort of gratitude, where you should be focusing your energies going on at this time while your bridges are burning back there. And what's unfolding for you on your new path going ahead. So very interesting stuff. So let's get into it. Right off the gate, we got this diversity card, number 16, the forest. There's that light shining in. I feel like this is all about expansion for you and understanding to be adaptable. And then, you got moss, adaptability coming out. Now, together, one without the other. You're learning that as you become adaptable in life situations and lessons and circumstances, it's diversified your options and your paths forward. And that's been an incredible experience for you, both within the positive and negative, obviously. But I feel like that diversity is speaking to that, maybe following in a rut, that sense of, just following those stagnant daily routines. And that is kind of what you're leaving behind. You want something to spice up in your life, some change. And you know what I mean? You feel that staleness, that predictability. You've tempted to add some more, variety, but it's easier to cling to a regimen out of that illusory sense of security and order, right? And safety. So, this era in your life, Gemini, is demanding that you kind of diversify your interests here, right? Enroll in something different, try something new. And when you do, it's gonna give you a new sense of, adaptability, learning that, as you adapt, it just creates more, opportunities for abundance and blessings in your life, not less, right? Now, this current situation where you've had to be adaptable in, it's required you to make several, adaptations, including quickly adjusting plans, right? Thinking on your feet. And sometimes at the last moment. And again, you find yourself, frustrated, angry more than you'd like, and maybe feeling a little bit victimized by events and circumstances here. And I feel like try again, breathing slowly, taking a breath. It sounds cliche to say, but just taking that moment here to get some, energies to stop, think, and choose how you're reacting to the situation is something that's going to be very helpful in seeing the way forward. We're going to take a look here at what is Gemini mind release, hearts release, soul release, okay? What does Gemini need to set fire to February 2024? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, Gemini. So, Gemini. What are they setting fire to? Okay, if it is coming out negative, we will just, correct it, okay? Because there is no reversals in this stuff. All right, let's take a look at what your mind is releasing here. Okay, so not so bad. There's that 8 of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. The sense of being stagnant immediately comes. That sense of restriction comes as well. Your heart is releasing the Ace of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We'll break this all down in a second. Your soul is releasing this source of air. we'll break that down in a second. Source, I believe, in this deck is the King of Swords. We have what your gratitude, where you should be focusing on your energy at this time. There's got the Judgment card, Awakening here in this deck. A sense of rebirth, what you need to focus on. It's something that has been kind of eluding you, sort of in that sense of you not understanding, you know, which path to go on, and you haven't seen the way forward. You got the Seer of Earth card coming out here as what is unfolding for you. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Five of Swords card, a sense of stepping into, you know, who you are and ready to go to battle for it. There's a sense of, yeah, you're not backing down to this anymore. And I feel like that's part of where the journey that you're at as well. You're sort of, there's a part of you that's like, no, this isn't serving its purpose, and why am I doing it? And I think that's part of where this Eight of Wands comes in essentially as well, because this is a sense of the fiery passion that's within yourself. And I feel like you are just kind of, I want to say in a sense of disbelief, and that's what I think your mind is trying to release here at the same time, is a sense of, okay, how do I go about this? How do I understand it? How do I move forward in a positive way without feeling so restricted and confused about, you know, what I'm supposed to be doing? You know, this Eight of Wands it's a faith card, right? So I feel like having faith in that purpose and the passion is what your mind is releasing. Everything that kind of stopped you, you know, it's a slow burn of dedication, and I feel like it's igniting a fury of intensity for you. And I feel like it feels like maybe you're on a little bit of a free fall, and your mind is like, no, it's warning you. That ego is like, no, and it seems like, you know, letting go of fear and faith and having that faith will find that space to kind of blossom and bloom here. But faith in your purpose, faith in your passion, you know, your very self, right? And I feel like know that all your, you know, uniqueness that makes you you, or that you've, you know, put on the back burner because society, you know, put it aside as different or weird, because you didn't fit into that norm box. And I feel like there's thresholds that you've crossed, and that's carried you into this moment. And I feel like what you're going to discover when you land and release that sense of have the, you know, being what everybody else wants you to be, there's going to be a powerful sense of finding yourself in that moment. You know, what your heart is releasing is that there is joy to be found in this human experience. That sense of that life is not, there's nothing good that's coming your way here. And I feel like that's what's powerful for you. Recognize that this is, you know, your life. This is your essential journey, right? And you have a soul's purpose. And, you know, again, what you put into your body as well, your heart's kind of asking you to release any toxicity and focus on what you're putting in, so that what you get out essentially in terms of food, water, rest. You know what I mean? Sounds cliche, but it's true. And what you can manifest while you're on this lifetime is important as well. So again, you're finding joy in what this life experience has taught you, because maybe for some time I feel like there's been no sense of, you know, joy in a way. Like you're just like, yeah, it's not been joyful. This has been sort of, you know, hell on earth in a sense, is what I kind of want to say, because this is you being lost in that sense. Your soul's releasing, you know, the source of air kind of holds a space for you to convey the secrets of what your heart is, and that's going to help you balance the mental and emotional realm of your existence, while kind of encouraging you to trust in your own wisdom in all that you cannot see but you feel really deeply, right? So this is calling upon you to be the caretaker of your own splendid truth and release any negative things that keep you from doing so. Take care of yourself, right? This is the acting, it's here to fortify you, to show you how to, you know, create healing boundaries so that you can honestly express your thoughts, articulate your visions, and be accepted. They want you to understand that healthy boundaries are one of the deepest forms of love for self, right? So you have that deep capacity to love yourself and others unconditionally, right? Hear thoughts and words can't harm you anymore. And that's what your soul is kind of get you released, that energy of allowing others' opinions to kind of affect you, right? You're that fierce and flawless part of you, and this is authenticity is growing inside of your soul, and it's calling on you. And that's what you have to have gratitude for is at this time, this awakening that's happening. As much as it may feel a little ugly in the moment, most awakenings are, right? And it feels like things are shaken, right? But this is the time to actually celebrate. And I feel like you've woven your way out of the depths of your unconscious, and I feel like you realize the power of forgiveness, the opposite of judgment. You create a space for healing, for love. You see yourself at the center of the wheel, and that's what you're having gratitude for, is the sense of forgiveness, that you don't have to carry that chip on your shoulder, that anger, that resentment that you maybe have for all the hurts that have been done to you. You recognize yourself as if for the first time right now, because you're clearly like, wow, I've been holding on to all this negative shit for so long. For what? It's time to release it and purge it so I can be the best version of myself. I'm only hindering and harming myself without doing so. And I feel like this is merging with, your consciousness and your unconscious, and it's a communion with the gathering of light, right? So I feel like this is a powerful released from judgment, released from others' suffering. And that's when you're going to gain up again your truest power here. What's unfolding here for you is that seer of earth. You're going to get perspective like a hot damn here, Gemini. I feel like, again, this is that moment where it's like, okay, I see what's happening here. I can understand this. And I feel like that seer of earth is a sense of harmony, right? You're cultivating. It's encouraging you to see that the gifts and challenges that accompany you in this material world are inviting you to cultivate harmony within your own body, mind, and soul. And it isn't easy, but they know that your real strength lies in your ability to give thanks for what is your material existence in this moment. This is holding, a model for you to live that balanced life in all aspects, right? Spiritual and material. Make sure you're giving thanks. It kind of pumps the pump of prosperity, right? Give and flow. So I'm going to take a look at the Kali Oracle. She's going to give a final message here that I'll read from the book quickly. Message for Gemini. And the bridges that they're burning in February 2024. Gemini. What bridges is Gemini burning? February 2024. Number 8. I'm probably going to butcher this. Kali Kapali. Number 8. Just grab the book quickly. She who wears the mala of skulls around her neck shall never abandon you. She shall be with you always, lifetime after lifetime, in unending tenderness and devotion, conquering that which would alienate you from your truth and creative power. Trust in the effectiveness of your prayers and requests for her assistance. Have confidence in divine intervention. No matter how dire things may seem, you shall transform a negative experience into a positive one that honors your soul. Burn those bridges. Until next time, namaste.